Bulginaka, do you know that cybercrime is becoming a growing problem in Fiji?
Cybercrime is defined as a crime in which a computer is the object of the crime, such as hacking and spamming.
Cybercrime is also cyberbullying and using fake profiles to cause panic and spreading false news.
If you're involved in this or know anyone who's committing these crimes, report them immediately.
I'm Polly.
And I'm Peter.
We host the Traffic Jam Show on City FM.
From 3 p.m. to 7 p.m. every weekday.
Do the right thing.
In this bulletin, Fiji begins COVID-19 vaccinations. Church denies abuse allegations. And heritage site at the mercy of climate change.
From the studios of FBC Suva, Atera Lendua.
This is an historic day as 10 frontline workers receive the AstraZeneca COVID-19 vaccinations at Nandi International Airport this morning. This marks a milestone for Fiji as vaccinations begin with frontline workers. Dr. Mara Vukivuki Seru, the team leader of the COVID-19 at Lotoka Hospital, was the first to be vaccinated. 12,000 doses of the vaccine arrived on Saturday under the COVAX facility. The Ministry of Health is registering frontline workers online in order to receive their vaccinations. 6,000 workers will receive this first batch of the vaccine.
Yeah, it's an amazing day. Amazing in the sense that this is the beginning of the end. It's not the end, but the beginning of the end. And as I've said today, I mean, this fight is personal. Personal in the sense that we all know, or we all have family members that have been, that have been suffering with the effects of COVID-19.
Our West reporter, Felipe Nakasu, was at the vaccination and joins us live now. Felipe, so what happens next?
So the next step now is trying to get the 6,000 of our frontline workers vaccinated. That was a part of also the official program today. Following the 10 that was vaccinated for the first 10 frontline workers that was vaccinated at the airport, they had set up a booth and registration for those other frontline workers that were willing to, or that were already confirmed to have registered and also get their jabs of the COVID-19 vaccine. So this will continue for the next few days, and that's been stated by the Minister for Health. And also Dr. Waganambete says that it was a very emotional day for him, as for the past long, hard 1 year, more than a year, they were trying to get the vaccines over, and for today the first jabs mean that it's a bit of a ray of sunshine for those that have been affected in the tourism industry, especially rather in the job losses. So Dr. Waganambete is calling on all those others in the tourism industry, those in the frontline workers, to get their people registered and to get the shots. So the 10 that were also vaccinated today, they came from, they were police officers, there were those that worked in the hotels and the resorts. There were also those that were Fiji Airways cabin crew, one of them was a purser, and also those that worked at the Nandi International Airport. So the scope of those that got it today were broad, and this will continue in the next few weeks.
Naka, Felipe. The Methodist Church of Fiji is denying allegations of abuse of children at the Delkusha home in Nosori. However, Methodist Church of Fiji President Reverend Ili Wunisuwai says they're still carrying out an investigation. Reverend Wunisuwai said they have not received any concrete evidence of the alleged abuse. He added they have also interviewed the deaconess who is managing the home and the children allegedly abused.
The case of Dilkusa home, we have arranged for investigation, waiting for the result of that. So that complaint has been coming to us, and we see the relevant department, the social welfare, to have a look at it and make a good report.
The Papua New Guinea High Commission in Suva with the Ministry of Foreign Affairs will hold a memorial service on Friday in honor of the late Grand Chief Sir Michael SOMARE. Prime Minister Borange Bainimarama yesterday signed a condolence book for the late Sir Michael. The condolence book is opened at at the PNG High Commission in Suva, providing an opportunity for official representatives to pay their respects and tribute to the founding father and first Prime Minister of PNG. The condolence book is open for signing until March 19th. Reports of people tampering with water meters have surfaced after rehabilitation work at the Rewa Delta by the Water Authority of Fiji. While visiting the site, Infrastructure Minister SOMARE was informed this is a major contributor to low pressure or no water in surrounding villages. Some villages in the Rewa Delta have been disconnecting water meters. The supply has returned to normal in some villages, but SOMARE says there is still work to be done to help others and in and around the area. More effort is needed to protect and maintain the Wuni Hill Fort, a prominent heritage site in Singatoka. Site attendant Naomi Taufa says parts of the historical fortress and hillside are eroding due to frequent rain. Attendants and landowners are now building defensive walls to sustain the authenticity of the site. Taufa adds the Wuni is one of the most visited sites for tourists, but business is down due to the pandemic.
It happens naturally because we can stop that. Since other way we are looking for now is to get some more rocks from other places from here to build it up again, like the normal way they used to be before, like a defensive walls.
The Spinal Injury Association says people with disabilities, especially women, are at much higher risk of violence, stigma, and discrimination. The association says these challenges prevent many from pursuing further studies, getting into the workforce, or taking part in social activities. Office Manager Mary Roden says discriminatory attitudes are a barrier to the full inclusion of people with disabilities in efforts to build a functioning society.
I still see that they still lack in knowledge on what we do. There still need to be a sensitization on issues about persons with disabilities. Women in particular, they still feel that they face discrimination, violence.
About 106,000 textbooks covering a range of subjects have been donated to the Education Ministry by the Fiji Association in Auckland, New Zealand. Receiving the books valued at $119,000, Minister for Education Rosie Akbar says this donation will allow children to expand their knowledge and spend their time in constructive ways. The Fiji Association in Auckland was founded in 1977 and has donated large numbers of books to schools over the years.
While we all live in an age where internet and smartphones have taken up most of our time, I would still like to encourage everyone in our schools, in particularly our students, to rediscover the pleasure of reading or making good use of not only these books, but the books that are present in the school libraries as well.
Up ahead, Lambasa to perfect finishing. And LDS aims to dominate girls' division in Suva Zone 1 meet.
Oira na ngone no de nunu ena bisi ni mataka.
Mersusunga da kena loma dina kena mikron.
Sakena ngau na mitaro bina no rabang sangai ka wala loma takina ngone. Dalabina oya o meliki.
Bulre oya o Samuel Samuli.
Nama kikirau ena be mataka.
Oniti kena makarombuka.
Ni waitiri kalimana miniti me ono kina tiri na kaloko. Ena Radio Fiji 1 nandomo ibiti.
Pinda na mataka dan ramai na singabo.
Discipline and finishing are the two main areas of concern for the Lambasa football side heading into round 2 of the DIGICEL Premier League. Interim coach Ravnil Pratap says these are the aspects they need to work on before taking on Navua on Saturday. He says the opening clash against Bar last Saturday has opened the eyes of the players and him as coach, and they've regrouped to map a better plan against the Southerners.
It's part of the game. I think players, sometimes they get carried away in the game, but then we have to go back and then improve. I think as individuals we need to improve. But it's part and parcel of the game. We have to be always prepared for those circumstances.
Roy Krishna's ATK Mohan Bagan beat Northeast United FC 2-1 in the second semi-final of the Indian Super League at the Futada Stadium today. With this win, the Mariners have set up a mouth-watering blockbuster title clash FC in the final against rivals and League Shield winners Mumbai City. Fiji Latter-day Saints Church College is looking to dominate the girls' division at the Suva Zone 1 competition next week. The school finished with 23 medals last year, 14 in the girls' division, 9 in the boys. LDS team manager Ernest Vitinavulangi says they hope to increase their number of medals this year.
Right now, one of our strengths is our girls. Our girls seems to be doing very well during the past 2 years. Our boys are getting there, and we're trying to build up with our boys competition.
The Suva Zone 1 meet will be held next week Wednesday at the ANZ Stadium in Suva. You can watch all the action live on FBC Sports on the Walesi platform. Well-known Sonny Bill Williams has officially retired from all forms of rugby, but his sporting career is still very much alive. Williams now wants to focus on being a full-time professional boxer. The forecast calls for partly cloudy skies and a few light showers are expected over the eastern shores and interior of Vitilevu, Bonolevu and Tabiuni. Find apart from possible isolated afternoon or evening showers elsewhere. That's FBC News Now. Join us again at 7 p.m. for our major bulletin. For news you can trust, get the facts from FBC's TV, radio and digital news at fbcnews.com.fj. Take care and good afternoon.
हमारे खूबसूरत देश फिजी में चाइल्ड अब्यूज की घटनाएं आए दिन बढ़ रही है।
क्यों बच्चों का मासूम बचपन अब्यूज का शिकार हो जाता है?
अपने बच्चों की सुरक्षा का खास ख्याल रखें।
उनसे बातचीत करें, उनके दोस्तों के बारे में जानें।
आज के बच्चे देश का भविष्य है। मैं दीप्ति
और मैं मोनिश,
आपके हमसफर। शामिल हो जाए हमारे साथ मंडे टू फ्राइडे
5:45 AM से 10 AM तक
रेडियो फिजी 2 देश की धड़कन पर।